Hey guys, and welcome to our nice little tutorial that we got going on here. Now, today's tutorial is going to be over selecting what state to be. Well, actually, we're going to be setting up for our new UI system that we're going to be doing. Now, this is the build state that we see, and most of the time, after this has been finally coded in the mode, the structure that I want, we'll be able to select this little icon on the side and go to different states that we want, like building, researching, and things, which is relatively pretty easy to do. But, it's coming along, okay? But I didn't want to go too far into coding and stuff like that yet until we go and get our bones, the building blocks yet. So I've got the turrets pretty much well coded, as you can see in my older videos. But it's time to really nicen up the UI system. The UI system's been needing it, and we've got the canvas and stuff, and it would be really nice to have some form of system design so we could do different types of things. Now the little icon up here, may be hard to see in the video, is actually build. Okay. Sorry I can't zoom into it or anything like that. And then the little circle icon is my... What actually would that be? Got a debug.log going. The circle is... Oh, it's the upgrade, where you upgrade your tower. The idea behind it is I'll click on a tower and a window will pop up like this. Okay, and actually that wouldn't be... That's the wrong menu. Upgrades, yes. It will pop up this menu, which I'll have a little icon of what we're going to be upgrading, text for it, maybe provide some damage and stuff like that. And we're going to be able to upgrade or sell it for more money for something else. Because sometimes, in your tower game, you might have, like, you're just going to have a tower sitting there that's just too weak, right? Or it's the wrong type. Maybe we have air enemies coming in really heavy, and you need to just sell a bunch of turrets and rebuild a bunch of other types to survive. Because that's how it works. You keep going and building it up and building up. The win condition, I think, is going to be points. How many points you score in a game, or how much overall money you have, or something like that. I haven't really decided, but I know it's going to be some form of an amount. Maybe it's going to be nuclear material or something to end the world and like devastate everyone else. Who knows? But that's further down the road. And to see this is we have upgradations, and and these buttons on the side, they're procedurally done. They're done by one script. But in each one of these windows, they have a script, a single script that does stuff for upgrades. There's going to be a single script for researching, and a single script for building by itself. Okay, so it's going to be relatively easy to see us doing everything that we need in one script. Anything that deals with buildings, any type of building or turret in our game, is going to be done by this, by our building mode script here. Okay, a research is going to deal with anything that needs researching. Okay, Our upgrade panel doesn't really have to be too much. We just have to click it, get an icon right here, our image, text, and either upgrade to the next one or just self. So the upgradation is going to be relatively small and easy to do. But we need to research, our stuff, right? We're going to have to research to get these upgrades, or you know, vice versa. When we go to building, maybe we have, the simple, we can build lower class ones or the mid class or anything, because I want to make all the well, actually, no, I won't do the T3 or anything like that. The upgrade parts. You'll have to upgrade your turns to that much. Yeah, that sounds like something. But maybe we have a little button here that can go, hey, I've unlocked like the third generation of it, and we can select it. That would be cool. Yeah. Because it wouldn't make any sense to, I don't know. I guess it all depends on what you want to do. But there's going to be an upgrade panel, the upgrades, or sell. We got that main script. But, yeah. And, you can always do different kinds of modes, from building to upgrading to research to maybe I can't even think of anything else. Maybe you want mines, like some form of mines. They're not actual weapons, but they're mines. Or just overall power. Yeah, maybe we're going to do some power plants, but that would go into building, wouldn't it? That's interesting. Yeah. Huh. But anyway, to get this little menu and stuff like that, the panels and stuff are easy to do. Okay? They're relatively easy. I mean, this isn't going to be like a complete UI thing, because there's plenty of good tutorials for UI stuff. Okay? And I don't think you need one just to do a horizontal group and stuff. So we're going to go over the basic scripts first, and we're going to go over them slowly. Okay? So we're going to pop over to our code and see how this works for us right now. Virtual Studio, there we go. Okay, and this is going to be our first script right here. Pretty basic. Okay, we've got our namespaces, which are very familiar. I don't even think we need this. I want the engine one, because I think if I take this off, mono behavior doesn't work. Yeah, mono behavior doesn't work. Yep, gotta have that one, and that's fine. So this is going to be base object, and we're going to have a function here. I don't think I have anything for this at all, but just in case, Then we have our little comment right here to tell us not to waste our time writing code in here, because we override this in other classes. And then on fixed update, okay? And you could name these whatever you want. They're just for updating, and fixed update for the loops for it. Very simple. And then we will go over to modes here. Now this script, don't be intimidated. It's not very difficult. You don't have to write this right now, but my mode button, the things that I use to push, right here, yeah. This is part of this script right here. Mode states, which we'll go over in a second. But we have mode, and then we inherit from base object. Now this is very important to inherit from this, because later on in the managing part, when we do our loops and stuff, you'll see that this forces us to update stuff. Okay, now our first variable is just a regular game object, and what this regular game object is simple. Pop back over to Unity. Okay, and all it is, modes, is a simple empty game object with an image on it. That's it. That's all it has. It has nothing else. No. Well, and a text component. But do I actually? I don't even think I used that text component, do I? Yeah. I haven't got it coded in yet for it, but you'll probably need it. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if you're using this as a button, why isn't there a button component in here? There's a very good reason for that. And you'll see in our next little thing here that I don't want to do a component for the button due to we're spawning the buttons in. Okay, so these are just sprites, 3 sprites. Okay, we're spawning the game object in, we're instantiating it, and then this dot transform is a new call. All this is doing is parenting this game object to this transform. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's just parents. Okay, then we go mode switch. Mode state, which is a component, just a regular script. Okay, a script. We call it MT. We go build, which is our game object, dot add component to this. Okay, so this is just getting added to here, but we need a reference copy. Okay, so that we can go MT dot push build mode, and then MT dot set image, and it's the build icon. Okay, now just as a reminder, these names right here have to be unique for this. Okay, if you go right here and try to copy this about 3 or 4 times, it will be wrong. Your events will be all messed up, and you can have icon issues, and it just will not work correctly. Okay, it won't work. Just accept it. And yes, it's kind of hard coded in here, but this is one of the best ways to just shortcut and the least amount of work involved in the creating a button. If I were to sit here, create a button, make it a prefab, and then, well, somehow I'm going to have to instantiate that prefab. And then every mode that I have to create a new prefab and find some way of spawning it in, and it too much of a headache. And two, doing this inspector stuff inside of Unity, it would be more work to do it than this right here. Okay, so this is the least amount of work for what we want. So we're putting a script on, pushing values to it, and that's it. 4 lines of code for the build mode button. Okay, and then we have the upgrade, and notice I make sure every one of these are unique. Okay, and then this same concept. And notice these right here, the components don't change. It's because each function is designed inside of that script to do one specific thing. So in here, in our mode state, we have a namespace, mode button switch, which this up here has to use. Okay. Then we have our class, mode state, and we inherit from button object. Button object isn't really anything you have to worry about. Go to declaration, see, just inherits, and it has nothing inside of it. Just a blank class pretty much for now. For now. Okay? There will be things inside of it later on. Okay? So we have this iPointer click handler, iPointer enter, and iPointer exit. Each one of these is a interface. Okay? And when you use an interface, you have to have these functions inside of it. The exit and enter is blank right now. Okay? The onPointer click is the only one that you have to worry about right now. And what are we going to do? We're going to do event.invoke. Now what this is a Unity event. Okay? Unity event that you have to have these namespaces inside of here. Okay? Because it deals with the Unity's new UI stuff and the events and all that cool stuff. Okay? It's event systems and events and UI. Okay? Now up here we got a public event .new Unity event. Make sure you put this. If you don't put this, I believe it'll throw you an error because it never exists. And the reason why I don't do some type of start thing or anything like that is I want this to always exist. I don't want to instantiate this at runtime. I want this to be already instantiated like way before that. And then I have a string.info bar, which we don't currently use right now, but we will. So let's take a look at our build region here. Remember we have this push build mode. Here in modes, when we spawn something, we push build mode, right? So we're making sure that there is no listeners on. And then we're adding a listener, okay? And the reason why I do this remove then add, if we ever wanted to recycle these buttons or something of that nature, I want to be able to like object pool them. Okay? So if they already have a listener on there, then I'll have 2 listeners and it'll call 2 different things and it'll act all stupid. No. Don't do that. Make sure there's none, and then we'll add a listener to build state. This is a private function right here to build state, and it goes game behavior dot switch state, and then building mode dot get build. Okay. Now this right here, you don't have the script for or nothing, which we will be going over. So if you're not, if you don't have it, then don't worry about it. Just type it exactly that way, and then just comment it out. It will come later. But this has got a lot of scripts, and I want to make sure that all of you guys specifically get everything that you need. This right here is for set image. We pass it a sprite, and we call a get component. Okay, because this is an image thing, and I don't want to fill this in every single time, because this component is runtime instantiated onto the object. We're adding this, so I can't put this on the prefab. Okay, and like I said, the prefab could be used for research or anything. We're adding the components of what we need afterwards. Okay, so we're doing a get component image, then temp.sprite equals image, which is our parameter that we threw in from modes, right? Upgrade icon. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That is the build stuff. Okay, now on the upgrade code, it's pretty much the same. Okay, we're just going game behavior dot upgrade. Okay, which you won't have that game behavior yet, which I'll probably go over this again, but I just wanted to show you this is how this is ran. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much the scripts for now. Okay, I know it's kind of like blah because you don't have this script yet, but it's coming. It's probably in the next video. I don't want this video to be super long because most people don't like it when it's really, really long, because, who wants to watch something that's an hour or so? But I'm going to try to get maybe game behaviors or something in on the next video. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, hit, and subscribe. And this is Wardon over and out.